Hauser, and today my speech is about culture. Is there really any way to narrow down what culture is to just a few words? Even dictionary.com lists tons of different definitions for what the word means. The quality in a person or society that arises from a concern for what's regarded as excellent in arts, letters, manners, or scholarly pursuits, or a particular form or stage of civilization as that of a certain nation or period, or the behaviors and beliefs characteristic of a particular social, ethnic, or age group, and that's just to name a few. Culture can be defined in so many ways. Your culture can be anything from your heritage traced back 100 years to your family tradition of ordering pizza and watching a movie on Sunday nights. It can be the kinds of food your family cooks, or the way you celebrate holidays. It can be the religion you were raised in, or the church you basically grew up in. Your culture can also be your beliefs, but I don't think it's necessarily the beliefs that you have right now. Your culture can be the beliefs that you knew as a child. I don't think your culture can be changed. Your beliefs, however, well, they can be. You probably learned things that you hadn't known before, and maybe discarded old beliefs that didn't quite meet up to the logical thoughts you now know to be true. Like Santa Claus, for example. You don't believe in him anymore, but you did as a child. And it was part of your culture, because that's how you were raised to believe, that every Christmas morning you would wake up to find tons of presents under the tree left there by Santa Claus. Like I said, beliefs can change, but your culture will always stay the same. And there's a lot of culture and beliefs based on your religion, no matter what it may be. Mine is, and always has been, Southern Baptist. I was raised in a Baptist church, and a Christian school connected to that church since before I can remember. By the time I graduated from that school, I could only name about 4 or 5 staff members that had been there longer than I had. I learned things and questioned things throughout my years there. And even if one day I decided to change religions, move somewhere else, go to a different church, that church will always be part of my culture. It's just something you can't really erase, and it's something that will stick with me for the rest of my life. Then there's another way to define culture. Not the way you were raised, per se, but traditions your family started, or traditions that have been passed down from your ancestors. For example, my stepdad used to work on an oil rig in Louisiana. He would be working there 2 weeks, and he would be home with us 2 weeks. It was always a tradition that we would order pizza and play Monopoly the night before he left and the night that he got back. It wasn't some age-old tradition that started family generations ago. It was just a tradition that we had started. But then there are those traditions that did start generations ago. So long ago that you don't even know how or why they were started. I don't know when it started, but I knew from an early age that it was a tradition for every girl raised in the South to get her first real pearl necklace from her mother on her 16th birthday. Some families don't do this anymore, and some families have altered the tradition a bit. As far as I know, the tradition was that the necklace was always white freshwater pearls. The families of some of my friends didn't carry on the traditions, and some of them received pink pearls instead of white, but it was all basically the same. My mom chose to stay with the traditional way and gave me this pearl necklace for my 16th birthday. But that's just one tradition from the South, among many. A lot of them we don't even really think about. They're just things in our day-to-day lives, like the sweet tea and grits that we have down here so often, the things that you will never find above the Mason-Dixon line. And there's always the distinct Southern pride that you see displayed on bumper stickers, t-shirts, hats, pretty much anything. As well as the general resentment of the snowbirds that come down and crowd the beaches that we claim as rightfully ours. And then some people claim culture to be your heritage and where you came from. I can't say that I know much about my heritage, honestly. All I know is that my last name, Hauser, is German, and my mother's maiden name, Harrell, is German. Don't ask me how long ago my family came from Germany. I don't think I would even guess within the right century. Though, I do know another interesting fact about my heritage. one that not very many people know, but that I'm proud of. My great-grandmother on my father's side was a Cherokee. I had to ask my mom exactly what tribe it was just the other day, as all I knew was that she was Indian. After she told me, I felt a bit stupid, honestly. After all, I've been going to visit my family in Mississippi for years, and we always went, guess where? To the Indian music and culture festivals, where the Cherokee heritage was, of course, displayed proudly everywhere you looked. I probably should have been able to guess that one, right? Well, I don't really know why, but I think it's just really cool that I have some Indian heritage. And no matter how you try and define it, culture is many, many things. And though you may want to deny it, and you'll hate to admit it, you're always proud of where you came from. If you live around here, then you know that a lot of people call it just being Southern, that old Southern pride. But me, I just kind of think it's American.